Tom makes beats.
Don't know who I am according to the Bible. According to the Bible, okay. Who I am according to the Bible, I already know that I'm a child of God. Irrespective of what people say, if you're...
I've had enough for the lies, enough for the crap, enough for the flies. I've had enough for the hate, enough for the rap, enough for the faith. I've had enough for the heathens, enough of their ways and the false preachers. I've had enough for the schools, enough for the fools claiming they're teachers. Now that I woke up to the truth.
Right, brethren. So now, your question is, God is a respecter of person, right?
My statement
Acts
is
10:34. Because I think that's what he's quoting. He's quoting Acts 10:34, right?
I don't actually know the scripture.
Okay, let's read it. Let's read it for him.
One second. Help him out.
Bring it out.
The book of Acts chapter 10 and verse 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that God is no respecter of persons.
So this is what you're talking about. God is not a respecter of persons, right? We're going to read on to see who those persons are.
Read. But in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. The word which God sent unto the children of Israel.
So the word which God spoke unto the children of Israel is the respecter of persons, because the split happened between the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom that you can find in the history of the Old Testament. Do you understand, brother? So let's read that again. Verse 36.
Verse 36. The word which God sent unto the children of Israel, preaching peace by Jesus Christ, he is Lord of all.
Right, so you understand that this word was always sent to the children of Israel. Even now, it was sent to the children of Israel. So at the start, so let's get where it was sent to the children of Israel. Now, do you have a scripture to show the word was sent to the other nations?
I agree.
Well, this is what we're saying. Get me 1 Thessalonians before you go to Psalm 5:21. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Because what we have to do is we have to put away emotions and put away anything that we have been taught in the world. Read this.
Right. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Prove all things.
What must we do?
Prove all things.
So we must prove all things. We prove that the respect of person that the Bible has always spoken about is the children of Israel. You understand, brother? Now the word which was sent to the children of Israel, we're going to examine it some more, what that word is and who was it for. Read that. Psalms 147 and verse 19.
The book of Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And watch what's going to happen watch what's going to happen once Jacob received that word. Who did it go to? Did it go to all the world, or did it go to a specific seed? Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto the word?
Unto Israel.
So that continues from Jacob through to the children of Israel. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so with any nation. Do you understand? Romans 9.
Bring it out, bro. Let me talk, man.
Go on.
Of course, Israel is a chosen nation of God. It is his first child in a sense, isn't it? And he loves us, I agree. But he also told us to go to the Gentiles to spread the gospel. He also told us to go out there to spread his peace to the world. So that's the position where I'm standing on.
Do you believe the Corinthians were Israelites?
No. A lot of these people were not Israelites.
So the Corinthians in the Bible, they were Gentiles, right?
They got the gospel. They got the gospel.
Okay.
Right, all praises. Now I know where you are coming from.
Of course.
Yeah, very good. So you're talking about the
Gentiles. Yes.
as also are partakers of the blessing.
Of course.
Remember, the officer said Israel was divided into two kingdoms. Yeah? Right. So the northern kingdom are 9 tribes who left to the Grecians Ephesians.
They're not the Gentiles.
Hold on. Bro, hold on. Calm down. The Grecians, the Ephesians, the Romans, yeah? All these people the Bible talks about in the Old Testament are the Nordic people who left. So Paul's mission, get me Romans chapter 11. Paul's mission was to go and teach this man. Romans chapter 11 verse 1. What? Hold on. Listen to this. Listen. Let the Bible. Let the Bible.
I will. You're right.
Romans chapter 11 verse 1. Read.
The book of Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. I said it. Had God cast away his people?
Has God cast away his people?
He did. That's what we're here.
Has God cast away his people? That's the question Paul is asking. Let's read. Read.
God forbid.
God for what?
God forbid.
Read.
For I also am an Israelite.
Is an Israelite.
Of the seed of Abraham.
He is part of the seed of Abraham. The Christ he raised.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
The last tribe. That was the tribe Paul was coming from. Of the tribe of Benjamin. Now read on.
God has not cast away his people which he foreknew. What ye not, what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to God against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
Now, it tells you that has Israel been cast away, the word is destroyed. That's because that's what the prayer of Elijah. And Elijah, God says, no, Elijah, it's not you, just the prophet. I've reserved 7,000 Israelites who are still prophets to push this way. So when Paul jumped to verse 26. Listen, to show you that the ones the Bible called Gentiles in the truth are still Israelites who were not keeping God's commandment. They were living their life as other nations. And I'm going to show you, do you have your apocrypha as well? Get this, read.
Verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, they shall come out of Zion, the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
So from the ones that are not keeping God's commandments, they were cast away by the southern kingdom. Because the southern kingdom was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They were in Israel. All the other tribes were gone. So they were the one, the southern kingdom were classified them as Gentiles because they didn't practice any tribe again. And this is how they were driven away. They were driven away. I want to show you this. Any question more? Because we have to go into this. Yeah? Let me finish this and then I'll come back to you. Yeah? Maccabees, 2 Maccabees chapter 6. To show you how their culture was taken from them. How, you understand? The same way we have been assimilated today. We got brothers in Germany calling them for Germans because they have German passports. We got brothers in Britain have a British passport. They call them the British. We got brothers in America. They call them Black Americans. You understand, my brother? Let's read that. Read this.
The book of 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for any man to keep the Sabbath days, or ancient feasts, or to profess himself.
So this is the Greece captivity. When our forefathers were driven into Greece as slaves, there was no law for them to keep the commandment because they will kill you. That was the law that the Grecian king set, right?
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
So you cannot even call yourself as a Jew. You understand?
And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept.
What is a bitter constraint? A bitter constraint. Okay, of a false law on you that you have to keep that law with fear because your life is at risk. That is a bitter constraint. So it was forced on them to eat abominable food like pork. For example, in Israel, the dietary law, you don't have to eat pork. You understand? And this is a bitter constraint to force on our forefathers. If they don't eat it, they will kill them.
The Jews were brought were compelled to go in procession to bikers carrying ivy.
So the bikers, it's like a festival, like today, for example, carnival. They were forced. That's where the carnival was driven from. Forced to keep distance. Well, we have to keep the Sabbath day, the tabernacle, the new moon, the Passover. Yeah, that was Israel's culture. That was taken away from us. Not to prefer ourselves to call even a G. We can't. So the Christians were the one that the Southern Kingdom were classified as Gentiles, because now they're living their life as Greeks, as Romans, as Ephesians, as, you know what I mean? So these are the people Paul was sent to teach them, come back home. You are Israelite. You are no more these things. They were called Gentiles. Yeah?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is